Going to do a little bit more skincare tonight just before I go to sleep. It was quite funny yesterday actually, because I did think to myself, I'll have a little chat while I'm doing it. So I did do that. And to be honest, I had a great conversation. I was just talking to myself. Always the best conversations I do have are with myself. Anyway, got to the end of it. I had done all my skincare. And then realised I hadn't pressed record. So, not so great. Again, not so much energy today. The alarm went off this morning, and even though I don't have energy most days, usually the alarm will go off. And although I may lay in bed for about another 40 minutes, 30 minutes sometimes, I'm awake. Body's so heavy, feel disgusting. I don't get up. However, this morning, not so. Pressed snooze, as I do, fell asleep. Pressed snooze again, fell asleep. By the way, this is also one of my favourite products. L'Oreal Revitalift Fillers. I've even actually just bought this from my husband because he could use some work. He doesn't think so. He thinks he looks better than me. But yeah, just couldn't get up this morning. And as usual, I'm leaving the husband downstairs to watch TV because I need to get some sleep. So, but I'm going to give myself a little bit of a tiny pamper. I'm trying to do this every couple of days. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Because I'd really love on my Christmas list is, you know, one of those LED lights, even though you look a bit of a dick. I'm thinking, you know, I don't want to do anything major. Like, I couldn't ever see myself having Botox or anything like that. I mean, you know, should never say never, but I can't see myself doing something like that. But who doesn't want to, oh yes, so by the way, that was Declore, and it's Mandarin Vert. Almost out, oh no, halfway through that. So I don't put that on all the time. Just hearing, gosh, I thought somebody was taking off then. But yeah, because I wanted to buy one of those thingies, or I put it on my Christmas list. I did say to the husband, you know what, we could share that. We'd look great. You could use it one night, I'll use it another night. But whether he'll let me or not, I don't know. But I saw this on an offer, and I thought, you know, try out, see if I can see any improvement. And so we're trying to do this. So this one is this version. This, like, I think this has got 3 settings. So this is LEV, apparently brighten. Don't overly need brighten. I'm like a bright spark anyway. Or we can have renew. This is more sort of my speed because Gal needs to be renewing. And then this is restore. I don't know what we're restoring. I mean, I am like a bit like an antique, need restoration, but not quite yet. Anyway, again, I'm not 100% how this works because it seems to be on some sort of timer. Because the first time I used it, I thought, if I just run the battery out, because it is rechargeable, so that's quite helpful. But I got this on an offer, and I think I can't remember how much I paid for it now. But I think it was like, I got it for like about £18. I think it was about that. Anyway, we'll put it on renewal. And you're meant to just do this. And although, but then I think, you know, am I using the right amount? On the right side, you know, so if I do 10 times on one side and 5 on the other, am I going to start looking lopsided? Who knows? And who knows if I'm using it right? Who knows? But I thought, at least try this for a while and see if I will actually use it. It's funny, when you get to this bit, it sort of like vibrates in your nose. And I feel like I'm going to start sneezing. Also, I have said to members of other family, even when I went to stay with my mum for a couple of days, I said there might be a vibrating noise. Don't be alarmed. It is my rejuvenation. I kept saying to somebody as well yesterday, oh, because I'm 52 now. 51. Giving myself extra years. I don't need to do that. But yeah, this is why it's quite nice as well to use the oil, so it slides a little bit nicer. Like I say, you start to feel like you're going to sneeze. Originally I got it for this bit here, because this bit definitely is more soggy than it used to be. So I thought, any help I can give it here. To be fair, that's not as slippery as it should be. I gave it a little bit more extra there. But yes, I thought if I can see some improvement there. And to be fair, I do think it has improved a little bit. The sagginess has. So you can see the way it got a bit. But it could be that I'm eating more chocolate and I'm padding it back out again. Who knows? So, because when was it? I thought about 10 months ago. No, 12 months ago. I'd gone through, I'd been at Slimming World for about a year, 2 years, can't remember. No, a year. And I'd lost 4.5 stone. Put some of that back on now, because I haven't been for a while. Had to have a couple of operations. Had to have the gallbladder out, fine, fair enough. But just before I had that out, they found some sort of lesion-y tumour-y thing in my stomach, and I was like, whoosh. A bit scary. Luckily, so far, I mean, from the biopsies, it said it was on the turn, but it wasn't. They were confident I'd had scans and all that sort of stuff. And they were confident that even if it had turned when they cut it up, when they got it out and cut it all up into its little bits, they said they were confident they'd have caught it early, which is good. And I had that done, so I had the gallbladder done about 7 weeks ago, and then I had that tumour removal, was it 10 days later? So it's got to be a good, I don't know, it's been a while anyway, and they haven't come back to me after sending it to histology saying anything untoward. So I'm just sort of like thinking, no news is good news, right? See, this is what I mean. Makes this noise. Does it mean that I've just gone lopsided? Have I gone wonky donkey? I don't know. But then sort of like gives you a bit of a warning, and then after a little while cuts out. I mean, you still could carry on. Like I say though, you just don't know. Was you meant to do? I'm not sure. Were you meant to do it with one area for that amount of time? Surely not. I don't know. Anyway, because I ain't got that time to spend. Well, I've got the time. I've got plenty of time. I just ain't got the energy. This is going to knock me out. It's like a workout. Yeah, I'm not joking. I'm sweating. Perspiring profusely. That's what I mean. Cuts out, and then I think, does it run out? But like, no, it does go back on. So, if anyone wants to leave me a comment as to say, you know, is that the amount of time you're meant to have it on your whole skin as a general rule, or different sections? I don't know. Maybe I should have read the instructions at the time, but I didn't. Anyone that knows me knows that I haven't got time or energy to read instructions. And I just time I jump sort of like in two-footed kind of gal. Who's got time? I mean, I was so pleased with iPhones and things in the end. They were so user-friendly. None of that having to read about what's going on. and trying to work out, or back in the day when you used to have to transfer all your numbers. Oh gosh, that was a nightmare. Couldn't do that these days. I just end up with about 3 people's numbers in my phone book. That'd be it. Anyway, that is like all of my self-care, and I think I've gone overboard now. Look at these white little schnagglers coming out through. And like I say, well, not like I say, I said it to somebody else today, so in my little brain that's like I've already said, as if we're still having the same conversation with the same person. I'm not. But yes, it's hairdresser day in a couple of days, so very excited about that. It's been a lot of 12 weeks, and for some reason the last 2 weeks always just seems like the worst. But I'll be very excited to see Chloe on Saturday and say, sort this little mop out, get those extensions moved up, and if any of you are wondering, which I'm sure you're not, but I don't have extensions for length because I've got a decent amount of hair length. This is actually the length of my hair, but I'll be going through perimenopause or something, although I'll be quite happy when I go through the whole thing. You know, I'm 51. I had my last child when I was 23. I shut up shop a long time ago. So I just want it to be over. You know, stop all that. I don't need any of it anymore. So, but yeah, sorry, I digress. Yes, so I started getting more thinning. So, and plus I also went for a midlife crisis a couple of years ago and decided to dye my hair from my natural hair colour to an ash blonde, you know, not just blonde, you know, completely ash blonde, of which then, for my already thinning hair at that time, it decided to all sort of start snapping off. So yeah, that was a good idea. Not. So I've actually got a couple of pictures that at some point I may share for people that are thinking, you know, my hair is terrible, because when I went originally to get extensions put in, I was thinking, oh, my hair is really thin, I really need to sort this out. So that's also when I had I thought, whilst I'm doing this, might as well get the whole ash blonde thing, try it out. Never really dyed my hair much in my life before, so dyed it ash blonde, had it like that for 18 months, I think 2 years, I don't know, I can't remember. And then by the time I then saw my hair without my extensions in, and you know, as you get in your maintenance, so she'd taken a picture of the back, the breakage was so bad that I've got hardly any sort of, like, from here, like, no hair. Like, I've got like loads of straggles like that, so I look a bit like Gollum. So it wasn't my finest moment. Anyway, absolutely shattered. Gonna have to go to sleep. Night night.